Hi, I'm Richard Friedman, and welcome to my cartoon video for March 17th, 2025. Good to see you back, folks. And here tonight, I have Chuck Schumer here in a video cartoon that I'm doing here to show you what he said and how the Democrats feel that he just basically caved in to President Trump and the Republicans on supporting this spending bill known as the continuing resolution. And basically, here's how it went. What he said. I want to start the cartoon off with Schumer here, and you can see from his body language that he slumped over here. He appeared slumped over, and he was in a cave-in mode, like he was caving, literally, visually here. You see his expression and the way, if you look at it. So I try to capture that, and I think that's symbolic, really, here. So I'm going to read that to you now. Start the cartoon off. I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country, to minimize the harms to the American people. Therefore, I will vote to keep the government open and not shut it down. So he's basically saying he's sacrificing the greater harm that could come. He doesn't want there to be a greater harm if the government was shut down. But basically, the government is being closed down. So what could be worse than that if it's the government is disintegrating before our eyes? So what's the point of being concerned about something that's being shut down, that is disintegrating in the process? So it didn't leave the Democrats too inspired with him, a lot of them, and it's growing continuously. It's growing and growing and growing. They asked House Minority Leader Jeffries today if he thought that he should resign, and he says, next question. And they asked him another question about that. Next question. So that tells you right there that there is a growing movement in the Democratic Party to see him resign, and that a lot of people are saying, well, he was a great leader in the past, and now he's just past his prime, and it's time for him to resign from this high position as being a Democrat leader of the minority leader of the Senate. So there he was. I want to leave you with this image here. Now, I'm going to read this to you as my introduction to the cartoon, and I'll leave this up to focus here. Some Democrats calling for their Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to resign in the wake of his voting to advance the GOP funding bill backed by President Donald Trump. The bill having passed, now being viewed by a growing number of Democrats as a cave-in to Trump's massive government cuts, e.g., a Democratic operative saying it has become abundantly clear here. This was not an elected official. This was a Democratic operative in an organization who said this. The Congress don't. Nobody has come forward, I've heard, to actually say it. Though they've implied that, and they said it in so many ways, but they haven't hit the hammer on the nail by saying that yet. Abundantly clear, he is not the leader for this moment. It has become abundantly clear he is not the leader for this moment, compared to the Godfather movie scene where Michael Corleone fired Tom Hagen as Consigliere because of not being ruthless enough and was not a wartime consigliere. So what I have here is that comparison to a scene. This actually, I believe, was a deleted scene from the movie. They cut the scene and they somehow decided to delete it. Nevertheless, it's a good part of the movie that I don't know whether it was, however they decided to do it. They still shot the scene, and it's reflective of this situation. A comparison is what I want to show you here. So here it is.
Michael, why are you cutting me out of the action? We're going to be legitimate all the way, Tom. You're the legal man. What's more important than that?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Rocco Lampone building a secret regime. And why does Neary report directly to you instead of through me or the couple regimes?
How'd you find that out?
Well, Rocco's men are a little too good for their jobs. I mean, they're getting more money than the job's worth.
I told you this wouldn't escape his eye.
Mike, why am I out?
You're not a wartime consigliere, Tom. Things may get rough with the move we're trying.
Tom. I advise Michael. I never thought you were a bad consigliere. I thought Santino was a bad Don. Rest in peace. Michael has all my confidence, as you do. But there are reasons why he must have no part in what is going to happen.
Maybe I could help.
You're out, Tom.
So that was basically it there. You're out, Tom. And that's what they're saying here to Schumer in so many ways. Okay, now, to finish up this presentation, here is President Donald Trump, what he posted on Truth Social. There's his Truth Social emblem. There he is, Donald J. Trump. And he said, in admiration of Schumer, this is Donald Trump congratulating Chuck Schumer for doing the right thing. Congratulations to Chuck Schumer for doing the right thing. Talk guts and courage. The big tax cuts, LA fire fix, department ceiling bill, and so much more is coming. We should all work together on that very dangerous situation. A non-pass would be a country destroyer. Approval will lead to us to new heights. Again, really good and smart move by Senator Schumer. This could lead to something big for the USA. A whole new direction and beginning. DJT, Donald J. Trump. There it is. You can read it for yourself. So. All right, folks, I want to thank you very much for watching my cartoon video this evening. God bless you. God bless America. And let's hope that that President Trump stands up tomorrow in his telephone conversation with President Putin. And they are, it appears that they're unilaterally going to decide tomorrow the future of Ukraine. Because President Zelensky, President Putin is just about taking over Kursk, that area that the Ukrainians took over as a bargaining chip, and now they lost that bargaining chip, and they lost the real military support of the United States. So they haven't got much to go to bargain with, and they're basically putting their hands, their country, in the hands of Russian President Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump. And they mentioned they're going to kind of carve out or make an agreement on the land and the power plants. And President Putin's been adamant. He wants no European security in the country. He doesn't want any part of anybody securing the country, and he certainly doesn't want them in NATO. And President Trump has made it clear that he doesn't want any American troops and he hasn't really made it clear. That's the thing about the security for Ukraine. He's been very kind of hazy about that. And so I don't know. And the Europeans have said they're willing to back up Ukraine and provide security. And they've also said without the United States, it won't be a lasting security without the support of the United States behind them. So how this works itself out, it's anybody's guess, But you've got to hope that I can't. Again, that's a bottom line thing for Ukraine. If Ukraine accepts a deal where there's no security, so President Putin can say, okay, well, for security, we'll secure the nuclear. We'll let some people secure the nuclear weapons facilities. So nobody's going to want to fight a battle around nuclear weapon facilities, So we'll give you security for your nuclear weapon, for your power plants. Excuse me. I mean power plants. For your power plants, the nuclear weapons they got rid of a long time ago to secure the peace. They made a deal, and that was broken. They made a deal with a bunch of countries, including the United States and Russia, that they'd give up their nuclear weapons that they had in exchange for not being invaded, and that was violated. So now here they are at another agreement. So of course they're reluctant to accept this, and so they need really a guarantee of security guarantee, not security guarantee. Like the kind of like a bumper to bumper. When you buy a car, you get bumper to bumper. They want a bumper to bumper thing here. So it's anybody's guess how that's going to go. I don't know. The question of that bumper to bumper guarantee security, I don't know how they're going to resolve that. That's really a $64,000 question. All right, folks. God bless you, and may God watch over all our troops stationed all over the world, many in harm's way. Take care, folks, and stay well, and let's hang in there. And I'll see you next time.